Few figures in the Bible have generated more curiosity and more confusion than the Antichrist. Books have been written, movies have been made, and every generation seems convinced they've finally identified who the Antichrist is. But here's a better question. What did Jesus actually say? Interestingly, Jesus never used the word Antichrist. That title appears later in the letters of the Apostle John. But Jesus did give us the foundation for understanding this mysterious figure. In his famous Olivet Discourse, Jesus warned that before his return, many would come claiming authority they did not possess. He said false messiahs and false prophets would arise, performing impressive signs and wonders in an attempt to deceive, even if possible, God's own people. Notice where Jesus places the emphasis. His greatest concern isn't that believers would recognize the Antichrist, it's that they would recognize the true Christ. Long before Jesus walked the earth, the prophet Daniel saw visions of a ruler who would exalt himself against God, persecute God's people, and desecrate what is holy. Jesus pointed his disciples back to those prophecies, showing that history was moving toward a climactic confrontation between truth and deception. The apostles expanded on those warnings. John wrote that while one final Antichrist is still to come, the spirit of Antichrist is already at work in the world. Any influence that denies who Jesus truly is or seeks to replace him. Paul described this coming figure as the man of lawlessness, someone who exalts himself, deceives the nations, and demands the worship that belongs to God alone. Then Revelation paints the most vivid picture of all. The Antichrist appears as the beast, a counterfeit king empowered by Satan himself. Even his apparent recovery from a mortal wound imitates Christ's resurrection, reminding us that Satan has always preferred counterfeit truth over obvious lies. But here's the part many people overlook. The Bible never presents the Antichrist as the main character. Jesus is. The story doesn't end with deception. It ends with deliverance. It doesn't end with darkness. It ends with the return of the King. When Christ appears in glory, the Antichrist's rebellion comes to an immediate end. The one who falsely claimed ultimate authority is defeated by the one who truly possesses it. Evil is judged, God's people are vindicated, and Christ establishes his everlasting kingdom. That's why Christians don't have to live in fear of the future. We don't place our confidence in identifying every headline or every prophecy before it unfolds. We place our confidence in Jesus Christ. The greatest defense against deception isn't endless speculation, it's knowing the truth. The more deeply you know Christ through his word, the less likely you'll be fooled by counterfeit voices. So don't become consumed with chasing the Antichrist. Become captivated by Christ. Because the Savior who came once to redeem the world is coming again to reign over it forever. For more of the biblical history related to this topic, please visit the link in the description below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.